touching on just the differences between YouTube and Instagram. Now, I did listen to, I think it was your first podcast that you put out with your friend Robin. And you guys were, it's an interesting conversation that you guys had. You were talking about the differences between Instagram and creating content for Instagram and creating content on YouTube, and how, obviously it's a little bit easier to like doctor an image on Photoshop, but videos are, as you've talked about earlier, is a little bit more raw as well. Like, do you have any like do's and don'ts that you could share for both platforms?
Yeah, so like you had mentioned, it definitely is a different type of content for each platform. And even speaking about TikTok, it's like that is its own thing aside from Instagram and YouTube. But I would say that, so now Instagram is integrating a lot more video. And I think if that's something that a creator is comfortable doing. So say, for example, even if you are an Instagrammer and you're used to doing photos, I'd highly encourage you to do some video as well on Instagram because that is kind of new and upcoming. There's a really good chance that it's going to take off and do a lot better. And in terms of the content creation that's different from YouTube and Instagram, I would say the gap on that is closing more and more each day because video is becoming a larger part of Instagram. But vlogs will obviously take a lot more time and effort. One thing with YouTube that I would say is really important is SEO, which is search engine optimization. Because if you're going to create a video, you want it to have a catchy title and a catchy thumbnail. And so really focusing on that title and thumbnail before you even film the video is something I always recommend for people creating content on YouTube because it's going to make a world of a difference in terms of posting videos. And then in terms of Instagram's a bit more of a simpler platform because obviously you're just posting photos, but doing the proper hashtags, even though hashtags don't do as much anymore, it is still important to research hashtags and making sure that you're doing hashtags that have not millions of views or not millions of hits. So I guess photos under the hashtag, and having a combination of maybe a few 100,000 photos on a certain hashtag will really help grow Instagram. But to be honest, for me, Instagrams have always been a bit of a struggle. I totally know how to grow on there. TikTok, I would highly recommend people doing TikTok because that is where I see a lot of potential for new creators to really blow up.
Tell me what you're seeing on TikTok. I was actually watching your TikTok before the interview, and you had like your most recent post was, what was it? It's you like, TikTok, stop sending me cats or something like
Oh,
that. Yeah,
yeah.
like there's like a comedic slant that I think works on TikTok, right?
Definitely. So TikTok, I would say, is the most real of all the platforms. So people usually get on there looking like a crazy person, no makeup, no whatever, and they just talk to their followers. And you really see like the raw, honest side of people on TikTok. But that being said, it does still take a bit of a formula in order to grow on TikTok. And I do feel like I've nailed down that formula a little bit, at least when it comes to travel type videos. And so I always say this to people. So you need to, within the first 3 seconds of the video, have a hook. So that's saying something like, this right here is the craziest place you'll ever see. And then you have a really enticing image on it or video on there with text over the screen. And then you're also doing voiceover as well. And the combination of the three with voiceover, text on the screen, and then giving the hook as well will allow your content to people actually to stick around your content, and it will allow your content to excel. And having as much written text as you can on the video helps a lot, I find. And so if you ever go and look at one of my TikToks, my username on there is Laura_REIDD. You can kind of see the formula that I'm doing. Feel free to copy that formula. I think it works great. So yeah, for example, if I was talking about Bangkok, I did a sky bar video and I said, this right here is the craziest or a sky bar in Bangkok. And then I went into the video and say, this is Red Sky Bar. You can get drinks here for this amount, da da da. The video will be around 30 seconds and has a catchy song that's turned down low. So you have the voiceover with the song. And it usually allows people to want to follow you, want to know more. And you can even do it in your hometown. And so I've done a lot of ones in Vancouver as well that have done really well. So I'll say, this is the best sushi restaurant in Vancouver. And a little hack that most people don't know is if you say something in your video that someone's going to disagree disagree with. You're going to get more comments, which is actually going to boost you in the algorithm. So I always make really bold statements in the start of my video. So if I say this is the best sushi restaurant in Vancouver, people say, no, it's not. This one is. And they're mad. And so they want to comment, and then they'll all fight with each other in the comments about where the best sushi restaurant is. And it does boost you in the algorithm. And that's something people don't talk about a lot, but saying something controversial or a bold statement or do a spelling error, it's a secret that does work.
Wow, that's really interesting. I myself, honestly, like I have not dove into TikTok yet, like myself as a user. Like
You need
I'm very selective about like what content I'm consuming these days. But I know like the content that's being made on TikTok is super interesting, and engaging. And what you're talking about, polarization, it does work. I mean, it can be used for good and evil. I think in today's climate. So being mindful of that too is something to be aware of. Hey there, thank you so much for watching this excerpt of the Videocraft show presented by Video Husky. If you're a content creator that struggles to organize scripture ideas for your videos, I've got a resource for you. You can get a copy of our free script template. Using it can help you structure your videos and save you hours of time from filming in the process. To get it, all you have to do is just scroll down on this video, find the link in the description, and subscribe to our email list. From there, it'll get delivered straight to your inbox right after you sign up. And by the way, if you're enjoying these videos, can you do us just a quick favor and hit the like button before you go? And if you haven't already, make sure you're subscribed to our YouTube channel too, to stay up to date with all the content that we're creating here on this channel. And finally, be sure to tune into the Videocraft show presented by Video Husky on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever it is that you get your podcasts. We've got links in the description down below. If you want to watch or listen to the full episode, just tap the video right next to me over here, and that'll take you to the entire episode in which this excerpt is from. Thanks again, and we'll see you next time.